here. Let's see where Jake comes in on this. We know Jake always confident in his Rams. How confident? Put your money where your mouth is, Jake. What is the record for LA this year?
13-4. Yep.
What are your losses?
Love it.
Yeah, I think they're going to drop one to, unfortunately, I'm going to be at one of them. They're going to drop one to the 49ers. I have them dropping one to Seattle. I have them dropping one to the Eagles, and I have them dropping the Ravens game.
So you do have two divisional losses there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 4-2 in the division, I think definitely is fair.
Jake, Brandon, the floor is yours. What can we expect from Seattle this upcoming season? How do you have them finishing?
Well, I think the combination of these guys, that they're great at their job and they're understanding outside their own teams. And I think that shows on just how they describe where Seattle's had in general, for the combination, all of it, from Jesse's, the mysteriousness that is there with this team as far as the potential different kind of results you could get, including high water points, to just where the talent is, like Jake was just talking about. I think all that stuff is very true about this team, and reminding again that this is a team that's had a winning record for 3 straight years. It isn't just last year to 10 wins on that they have been consistently around this side of things at the very minimum and where they've come from. So if you see a drop off, which you guys aren't really, it would come from a part of you just merely looking to the quarterback position essentially and saying, well, that thing just took such a huge step backwards that it had to be that way. But at the end of the day, Darnold can execute this offense. You're not going to ask him to go with a high volume amount of throws here in this offense. You are going to run the ball well. And when it comes to run the ball well, as Jesse talked about with the offensive line talent, that's one part of it. But there's a couple of other things that go with a good offensive line play that we don't talk about. You have to have good coaching and you have to have a good scheme. And I think if I asked all these other 3 guys in here on those 2 questions, whether or not our Seattle Seahawks over the last 5 years have had either of those for that offensive line, to a man, they would all say no. Well, you have John Benton right now. You brought in his offensive line coach, one of the most respected offensive line coaches in the sport now. Kubiak, who's actually a grade A caller, not a guy who's never called plays before like Waldron, not a guy who's never called plays at a pro level before like Grubb last year, but a guy who's had successes at multiple stops as an offensive coordinator in this sport with a very bright future ahead of him.
Fendham, talk to me. How do you see things going down for your Cardinals? I have to imagine it's better than what Brandon's got him pegged at.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's crazy to me that we're talking about a 6-win team or even a 9-win team when the Arizona Cardinals gave every team in this division, with the exception. Well, here's the thing: like Seattle, you swept us, and you've been sweeping us for a very long time. So congratulations, we'll give you, your kudos for that. But this defense is automatically upgraded from the defensive lineman that we ended up bringing in. To say we're not going to win more than 2 games from what we did last year is crazy to me. Like, this defense has absolutely upgraded. Like Jonathan Gannon, Monty Austin-Fort came into the offseason and they said to them, so what's the biggest thing we can do to upgrade? Now, yes, I hope the wide receiver was in there too, but the defensive line, we couldn't cause pressure. That was the biggest thing. Got Josh Sweat, got Calais Campbell that could still do it at his age. We got Dalvin Tomlinson. We got Darius Robinson going into his year 2. And yes, I would love to see Walter Nolan come in here as well. I agree, but the injuries is kind of hard to kind of say, trending in the right direction when injury. We can't predict injuries, but the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm assuming all you guys are giving the record here based off, we're going to sweep the Cardinals. We're going to sweep the Cardinals. We swept the 49ers. Right? Now, granted, yes, it was with Josh Dobbs at the end.
I don't have a sweep in the Cardinals. I have a splitting with the Cardinals.
Spoiler alert.
More the other 2. And then we got the head doink away here. And then here's the thing, right? Like, you're right. Like, there was an obliteration in the very first time the Arizona Cardinals played Sean McVay. Were they not healthy? Were they not ready to go? Did they underestimate the Cardinals? Whatever the situation is, the Cardinals went in there and beat you with a lesser team that they have now on defense. The Arizona Cardinals are a much better team. To come out here and say 6 wins or even just 1 win difference is crazy to me. They are going to win at least 2 more wins. And if you look at the schedule, if they take care of business, they can very well do that. They got the Saints, they got the Panthers. Yes, the Panthers has onus, but we're going to take care of business here. Then the Seattle Seahawks and the 49ers back-to-back divisions. Titans, Colts, Packers, I feel pretty good. Jerryland, we always win in Jerryland. We got a very favorable schedule coming our way. I'm not going to come out here and say we're going to sweep any of you guys, because I'm going to be real. The Cardinals need to come out here and prove it that they're going to be a contending team in the NFC West. I got a splitting to be legit. I got us respecting every single person in this division. And even with us splitting, one with the Rams, one with the Seahawks, and one with the 49ers, I have us at 10 wins. I'm going to be legit. And maybe even more if we take care of business in the second half.
He says, Mike, what do you have to say about it? Talk to me. What can we expect from your 49ers in 2025?
Well, I talked about Seattle and how tough it is to predict what they're going to be. I think that I could say the same thing about the 49ers. There are a lot of question marks. Like, I don't think that there was, maybe the conclusion is different that I come to than Mike, but I don't think he said anything that was false. I mean, the 49ers are top heavy at the moment. And unfortunately, those top heavy guys are a little bit older and they do have injury history. And you could see a scenario where Christian McCaffrey misses time and Trent Williams, who misses 3 games at least every year, misses time. And Kittle, who was the healthiest he's been last year, misses time. Like, you could see a scenario where all that happens. And the 49ers are no longer the team where their roster is so superior to everybody else that they can win these games going away. The great thing about this season is they're going to have to earn their winning chops, just like everybody else has had to do when they didn't have the elite rosters the 49ers had. Yes, the schedule is easy, but I don't look at the 49ers as a team that you can just pencil in wins against every bad team. Like, I think that the NFL is the NFL. Games are going to be close, and the 49ers are going to have to figure out how to win close games, which has been a bit of a struggle for them. I think, though, that they do figure it out. They have enough pedigree where they get that done. So I don't look at the schedule and be like, oh, it's super easy. That's 13 wins. Yeah, if this was the Niners from 2 years ago, sure. But this is not the same team. There are a lot of question marks. They're relying on a lot of young players. I don't like the fact that the bye week is 13, 14 weeks into the season. You're going to have attrition issues potentially with that many games in a row, not only from the players that we talked about from an injury standpoint, but you've got a lot of young players / rookies that you're relying on to play big roles, and they will hit a wall too. That's the way that it works in the NFL. So there are scenarios where I can see you coming to and saying, hey, the 49ers get 8 wins. That being said, schedule is still the schedule. They are going to be closer games. I don't look at them as blowing out Cleveland and blowing out the Giants just because they're far superior. Like, they're going to have to earn these wins, but they will earn enough to get to 10 wins. So I've got them at 10-7.